Wow, y'all boys, life is strange here and I'm a dumb bitch. I can't believe I fell for it, so check me out. This whole entire Rubi Rose thing going on around lately, you know about the weird dude spending some crazy amount of money, like $60K or some shit like that on her OnlyFans? Well, that was just promotion from Rubi Rose's team too, I guess, to sell her music. Does she even make music?
Okay. Ruby, niggas want my head, bitches want me dead.
I just looked it up and she does, but that shit's worse than my homeboy's music. So I'm assuming it was just promo for OF, but let's get right into the video. So this guy right here, if you don't know who he is, this is one of one spender. And I know some of y'all are probably like, he looks familiar. Don't he work at my local vape store? Let me get a grape QB face ass. Nah, but for real, this is the guy from the recent Rubi Rose viral story where some dude spent like over $60K on her and stuff. Yeah, we're all caught up. So he decided to do an interview on No Jumper where he pretty much exposes the whole viral story as being fake. Check it out.
No Jumper, the coolest podcast in the world. And today we're having a conversation with perhaps one of the greatest gooners of our generation. Do you relate to that term?
I relate, yes. I guess I'm a gooner. What's a gooner exactly?
A gooner is like a guy who spends a large percentage of his time in his basement, bedroom, etc. Multiple different monitors set up, corn playing on the monitors, and oftentimes they're known to pleasure themselves 7 or 8 times in a day.
Okay, I guess we could go along with that. I mean,
Nah, I had to point this out. Adam22 is the GOAT. This nigga is so funny. We're not even 5 seconds into the video. My man literally called this dude the greatest gooner of our generation. Cuck22 just pretty much spit in this dude's face. And the funniest thing is how bro's just like, yeah, that's pretty much me. I'll give bro props though for being mad chill this whole interview. And overall, he seems like a pretty chill dude.
yeah.
I don't know. You seem like you got a little bit of a weirdo streak in you.
I mean, I guess I could pull off the weird looking vibe, you know? I mean, they made it look good on the internet, you know? Like,
Okay. So what about Rubi Rose, though? You have a particular fixation on her?
yeah, I love that girl. She's my queen.
Yeah, she's a baddie. There's no denying it. But she doesn't do real porn, so like
I mean, I have every image, everything of hers on my OnlyFans account that I purchased, I guess, supposedly.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I mean, I didn't purchase none of that shit.
But if you want to beat off to Gina Valentina, you can watch a video of her slurping up 9 nuts in a row. Whereas with Rubi Rose, you don't even really get to see a nipple, right? Or are there nipples in the DMs?
No, I don't think there's nipples in the DMs.
See, yeah, that's not right. I figured if there was, that they would have leaked on Twitter already.
Yeah. No, I mean, I know they should be leaked on Twitter. You can't even see it on Reddit, you know? But nah, I didn't purchase none of her OnlyFans content.
Rubi Rose.
Yeah.
Okay. So this was all a hoax?
I got in this situation where I just went and took a picture with Rubi Rose, right? Like,
Okay.
I got paid for it. I didn't know exactly what it was for. You know, I think it was like a promo thing or something or whatever the fuck it was, you know? And I met up with her. I take this picture. Next day, I'm like the fucking OnlyFans top spender. I knew there was like some kind of thing where there was like, had to do with the OnlyFans top spender shit, but I didn't know what the fuck was going on. So they made it look like I was her top spender, you know?
So they didn't fill you in on this beforehand? They didn't say, hey, we have this big idea. This is what we're going to do. We're going to fake this thing. So the idea was like, they were like, we're going to use your, I mean, they kind of let me know that I was going to be like this, like one of her like subscribers, I guess, on OnlyFans or something like that, right? I was like, okay, that sounds cool. You know, I didn't know it was going to blow up to this big, huge story. You know, they said it was going to be big. And then, you know, I was like, okay, cool. This is kind of cool, whatever the fuck. I was like, when's money going to start coming in? You know, like I was like, I want some money out of this. And but how are you going to get paid for it? And you're saying that they didn't tell you beforehand that this was going to be the storyline?
Well, I knew there was this OnlyFans and like the person's the top spender, but I didn't know the story was going to come out to be bigger than what the story is now, you know, like where I'm like the obsessive guy who's in love with her. And all
so the
shit.
$60,000 number was fake?
It's a real account, but it's not me. So it's like an actual account that's paid into Rubi Rose.
So some guy did spend 60 grand on her. It just wasn't you.
Yeah, it wasn't me. And at the same time, I'm like getting all this like hate and shit. So I'm like, okay, this is kind of getting weird. I was like, what's the next thing that's going to happen? And then I did say we should like get some kind of tattoo going, you know, like I'll get her name or something tattooed on me. I didn't think I was going to get a portrait.
Where's the portrait?
On the back of my leg.
Okay.
So
It's so funny. You can tell by Adam's body language. My man's is like, why the hell am I talking to this dude if this shit was fake? But the one thing that got me confused is if this is all fake, why does this man have a whole face portrait of Rubi Rose tatted on his leg? I don't care how wet or how bad a female is. I'm inking 666 or some devil shit before I put a bitch on my skin. But I guess.
Now, when that So first I'm the top spender, and then it comes out to me being, I didn't know I was a Bitcoin billionaire, you know? I mean, I have some money, you know, but I'm not like Bitcoin billionaire, you know? So the story's coming out, but I didn't hear about that side of the story.
Did you put that narrative out there, or did her and her team put that out there?
Yeah, her and her team. I didn't know anything about that part, you know? Like, and then I go to the weed shop, right? And this girl's like, hey, you're that crypto billionaire guy or whatever, which I was like, okay, that sounds kind of cool. But then also, you were on True Life, fucking porn addiction. And I was like,
yeah,
I was? And then I looked into that afterwards. But so,
were you on True Life porn addiction? Or because I saw that too. I saw that there was
like me, does it?
Oh, that wasn't you at all. I saw the picture and I just assumed that it was. Wow,
Yeah.
Is nothing real? Holy shit.
No, so I mean, so I know about the OnlyFans account, top spender shit, kind of, but I didn't know it was going to be as big as this was going to be. You know, I didn't even know what was going on. And then I get the tattoo, and then it turns out to be, I'm like some obsessive like stalker guy named Brandon, which was the guy on True Life, where he was addicted to porn. And that's why like in the messages it says Brandon OnlyFan creep or some shit. I wake up, I see this post, and it's like the tattoo one, right? And then I'm like seeing all the text messages, and I'm like, I didn't even like read it. Like I seen some of it, and it seemed like it was really bad, so I like just turned my phone off. Yeah, that shit was crazy. I don't know. I don't know how they generated that message, but that shit kind of like made me go crazy for a few days.
It was making you go crazy.
Not crazy, but like anxiety, you know? So it was like,
okay, on one hand, it's kind of cool to be famous. Yeah. On the other hand, if they're painting a narrative of you that's totally different from who you actually are as a person, that's probably less fun.
Yeah. Because, I mean, there was all these different narratives. Like, I'm a Bitcoin billionaire. I'm a porn addict. I don't know, love Rubi Rose so much that I would get a tattoo of her.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah.
Okay. I want to speak to all the people out there who are looking at what you just said and they're feeling kind of dumb because they're thinking, holy shit, I can't believe I got fooled. Nothing is ever real on the internet anymore. I can't believe that I got tricked. I was in the same exact boat. There was a guy, I won't say his name, but he's very, very high up at OnlyFans. Like he works in OnlyFans corporate. And he was here. Me and Lena were doing a meeting with him talking about some stuff OnlyFans related. And we obviously ended up bringing up your situation because it came out like that day. And the guy kind of rolls his eyes at me and he's like, yeah, that shit's not real. And I immediately felt the same way that everybody at home feels, which is I felt like a fucking dummy for falling for it. And even earlier that day, I had said to Lena, I'm like, you know how easy this would be for us to one up, right? All we got to do is find some guy who looks a little off and then make a fake screenshot that says that he spent $150,000 or $200,000, and we could kind of like leapfrog the news cycle and replace Lamar with some other guy and say, oh, look how much this guy. And, you know, it's like there's a constant quest to like fake shit to get attention in terms of OnlyFans. So I guess on one hand, we shouldn't be surprised. But on the other hand, damn, Rubi Rose.
It made me think a lot, too.
I didn't know that you were going to bust that move out.
Man, this whole thing has been confusing as hell. But like Adam said, don't feel dumb. We all fell for it. Part of the reason this story felt so real was because of how many mainstream outlets on YouTube covered it. I mean, literally, Moist Critical made like 2 videos about it. But I guess prop to Rubi Rose's team because they got us. But let me know your whole thoughts about this whole situation. I'm out.